Hi, my name is Judi Walker, and this is a piece I wrote called "We All Just Want to Change the World." I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I feel sorry for anyone who didn't come of age in the 60s. I've said it before, mostly to 20-somethings who had the great misfortune to be born in the 80s. The 60s. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was mostly the era that was, the time of awakening, the volcano erupting, the dawn of the age of Aquarius, revolution in the streets, the birth of rock and roll, the death of the status quo. Blacks, women, gays, hippies found their collective voice. We all just want to change the world. Beatles. The age of enlightenment, peace and love. No more war, civil disobedience, flower children, Black Panthers. Was it really 40 years ago? It seems like only yesterday. Yesterday, the Beatles. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Bob Dylan and Joan Baez, Woodstock and Easy Rider. Where have all the flowers gone? The era of the 60s has birthed us into 60-year-old homeowners with annuities. There are some things I have always just known to be true. In 1966, as a junior at a small southern women's college, I just knew segregation was wrong. I just knew the war in Vietnam was wrong. I didn't need to spend time researching these issues. There are some things that are just wrong. And I've always felt this wrongness at the deepest core of my being. The difference between good and evil is not that difficult to see. The white clergy in Birmingham, Alabama, wrote to Martin Luther King during his incarceration for parading without a permit. "Don't be in such a hurry, Martin, to make all these changes. Let time take its course." "Oh, sure," they were saying. "It has only been 100 years since the Civil War emancipated slaves. Can't you just wait another 100 years to ride in the front of the bus?" Martin said, "No, we can't wait another day." Revolutionaries are those of us who can't wait for evolution to take its normal course. We can't sit at the lunch counter waiting to be served. We have to rev up evolution, jumpstart the process. Deep in my core, I've always been a revolutionary, always identified with the underdog, always known that some things are just wrong. So in 1966, I chose to associate with people who were like-minded. We marched in the streets, we carried banners, we sang, "We shall overcome." The anti-war marches followed closely on the heels of the marches for civil rights. The ideals of one movement flowed smoothly into the ideals of the next movement. It was easy. It was all about justice, equality, freedom, peace. 1966, 2006. What is happening here? What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I've got to beware. Buffalo, Springfield. The civil rights movement has taken on the hue of Latinos, illegal immigrants. At least we've stopped referring to them as illegal aliens. These people who clean our toilets can no longer receive Medicaid benefits without proof of citizenship. Where is their Rosa Parks? There's a war in Iraq. Where is our Mario Salvo? The time is ripe. The issues are the same. Civil rights for all people. No more stinking war. Come on, people now. Smile on your brothers. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. The Young Bloods. The time is right for the 60-something Gray Panthers to show these 20-something yuppies how to do it. Pete Seeger is 87 years old, but I'm sure he'll come if we invite him to the revolution. Neil Young is ready, and he's just released our anthem CD, Living with War. We just need an event planner. Where's Abby Hoffman, Jerry Rubin, and Tom Hayden? Somebody get them on the phone. Where's Angela Davis? Send her an email. Fax a copy of Neil Young's lyrics to Peter, Paul, and Mary. We'll need a warehouse full of walkers, maybe some wheelchairs. We'll need first aid stations to treat high blood pressure, angina, and stroke. These old folks are fragile now. Oh, and a boatload of Depends. We won't need porta potties this time. We'll submit a request to the FBI for names of all those millions who marched in the 60s. Freedom of Information Act will serve us well. We'll locate all those hippies who have become media executives, print journalists, editors of newspapers, great publicity source. Calling all hippies, anyone who marched in any street, in any city, anywhere in the country between 1960 and 1969. A revolution will be held on July 4th. RSVP to the Committee for Justice, Equality, and Peace, headquartered in Berkeley, California, with branch offices at the University of Wisconsin and Kent State University. We don't want to start the revolution without you. You won't want to miss this reunion. All your old friends will be there, and I do mean old. Woo!